All right, baseball season is in full swing, and this is the time to really start talking about the delicacies at all the ballparks around the nation, which is why we bring in NYC food guy Lawrence Weibman, our own resident food critic, to give us a listen. If you don't want to travel around the nation to find the craziest ballpark foods, you found some of the craziest for us to make basically at home if you want, right?
You can make all of these at home with very little assistance from maybe some neighborhood stores for crazy ice cream cones, but everything else, find in the supermarket. Bring the baseball experience right to your couch.
What says baseball more than hot dogs and tacos?
And tacos and...
Dude, I guess those go together in some way?
Yeah, I mean, like, they're taking all the basics as we've seen the last couple of years and just adding stuff on top. So, a pile of fries, how many foods can we add on top? A hot dog, how many foods can we add on top? But this is the taco dog from Miami, the Miami Marlins, and it actually looks pretty good.
I'm ready to dig into this one. I mean, the idea of a taco and a hot dog, why hasn't anybody thought about this before?
The key is the fact that the taco is really the fact that it's a tortilla as the bun. Because, you know, when I told someone about it earlier, they thought, oh, great, another stacked dog, big whoop.
Right.
But when they heard tortilla bun, they were kind of like, whoa, that's actually
almost, it's like
interesting.
It changes the game a little bit
well,
here.
I have the supplies here for you to build one, so we'll talk about what it is together. Starts with chili con carne, so that's like a nice meat and bean-filled chili right there.
Do you have to worry about how much you put on here for the consistency? How much can the tortilla hold?
Yeah,
I mean, there's physics that are involved here, my friend.
I did damn right. I did a little bit. Actually, wait, cheese next.
Oh, cheese next?
Yeah, because you want the cheese.
Got to be the proper order.
You want hot chili and cheese melting together, right?
Oh,
texturally. Now you put your salsa on top, and the cheese becomes a little bit of a glue for that salsa because it crumbles a little bit. And then last is jalapeno lime aioli. So basically, I got mayo.
Jalapeno.
It's not that spicy.
I'm not
trying to dose you like you did to me, crazy guy.
It was ghost pepper. It was just one time.
Out the side pocket.
You lived.
Jeez. Only because I'm an expert, of course. So jalapeno lime aioli on top. So that's mayo, some chili salsa, and some lime mixed together.
Okay.
And there you go. I double folded in the tortillas
what you did there.
because there's so much weight. You want to be able to have some structural integrity.
Okay.
What do you think?
That was really good.
You like it?
I do.
I think the lime jalapeno aioli really kind of holds it all together at the top because otherwise it would kind of just be a little fatty and rich. But you get lime and you get spice and then you get that beautiful salsa right underneath and it kind of just pops.
That's a really good consistency. You're still getting the hot dog and you're getting a little bit of zip because you're turning it into almost a taco. So it's also fun to eat.
It is fun to eat.
But it looks like it could be a little messy if you're handling this at the ballpark.
Oh, could you imagine? I mean, that's the thing. It's like a test of your fanhood. You know, like here you are at the game. Now let's test you as a fan at the concession stand. Let's see what you're made of. How much do you love your jersey? Do you want a stain running down the front of it?
Right, because remember, you got to walk this back from the concession stand to your seat.
But you did well.
Okay, well.
Because we've made some messes on this show,
You've
and that
turned
was
me into
masterful.
an expert. You've turned me into an expert.
Well,
on
I'm
this.
happy we started with something that is actually like culinarily minded and sound and like maybe something you'd want to eat any day of the week because now we're moving on to something that is such a monstrosity that only the great state of Texas could possibly come up with it. This is from the Houston Astros, and this is exactly what it looks like. It's a waffle cone filled with mashed potatoes, and it has popcorn chicken on and honey mustard. Now, I understand the handheld thing. But what do you need? Do you need this much food in your hand? I guess in Texas, you kind of do. I don't even know how you attack this.
How long is this going to last?
This is exactly right.
Before the waffle cone breaks off?
Or you're supposed to bite it, you're supposed to fork it. Oh, nice move.
Oh, baby bites.
I like that. And then here, I got you a forking case.
I actually got mustard on my nose.
I mean, that's what happens in Texas. You dive in, a big meal, you never know. But look,
I mean, this is going to be good for a couple of bites, but I'm afraid that this is going to go everywhere.
Well, you're hoping that it comes with some sort of tray when you get to the stadium, because otherwise you're just, living on the edge right there. But I mean, it's the Wild West for a reason, right? Let's just see what happens.
It is Houston.
Yeah,
they're kind of crazy there.
Big appetites. Everything's bigger in Texas. This obviously proves it. And look, these waffle cones are nice and thin, a little pliable, but they're also kind of delicate. So like if you're making these at home, just be careful when you're stacking your cone.
Did you get like a syrup waffle cone there or something? Because I can taste a little bit of syrup in there.
There's a little maple in this? Yeah. I went to a great local ice cream shop on First Avenue in the East Village called Davies, and they make these special cones from scratch every morning. And, when you walk in, you just hit with this smell of, like, fresh waffles. It's a happy sign.
That's definitely the major seller of that one. I like that. But
what do you think?
You can never have enough sweets.
Yeah.
When you add meats to sweets, it all works well.
When I told people about this, I'm happy you said syrup. They were surprised there was no syrup because fried chicken, waffles, how do you not not have syrup? How do you not have hot sauce? Houston going another direction with the honey mustard. I admire their bravery.
That's good to eat.
And last but not least, speaking of bravery, look at this pile of dessert madness. Now, it looks like a bit of a joke, and that's appropriate because in Colorado, where this is served, apple pie nachos, it started as a joke in the brainstorming meeting by the Aramark executives. Like, yeah, how about apple pie nachos? Ha, 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 ha. Then they made it, they tried it, and they loved it, and now it's the hot seller where the Rockies play in Colorado.
Now, does it come in a dish you think this big? Because this is like a two-person dish.
I hope it comes in a dish this big. I imagine it comes in a dish more this size, which is the one I made for you if you want.
No. I'm going in right off the top.
It's the best of everything from apple pie. You have warm cinnamon sugar apples. You have cheddar cheese to balance that sweetness, whipped cream and caramel sauce on top, and the crown jewel is the chips are cinnamon and sugar tortilla chips that I made myself really easily.
Did you?
Yeah, I bought regular tortilla chips. I put them in a Ziploc bag. I put some cinnamon and sugar in, and I just did a little toss, turned them around a couple times, and there you go. Just like that, cinnamon and sugar tortillas. Apple pie nachos.
That's actually really good. Easier to eat than I thought. Though again, don't drop this.
No.
Because people are going to be scrambling on the ground trying to get this thing.
Oh my God. Well, you just want to keep it to yourself because this may be the crown jewel of everything right here.
I was going to say, this is like one of those big popcorn bowls that you get at the movie theater. This could be like for two people to share.
Yeah, but then you end up eating like all of it before the preview started. Imagine eating this whole thing before the first inning.
Oh my gosh.
That's the danger of all these foods. You know what? It's like, yeah, they're great. Yeah, they look cool. But how are you supposed to stay awake after eating any of these crazy monstrosities to buy more food?
You're going to go into a food coma eating all of this food. NYC food guy Lawrence Weibman, thanks for introducing us to some of the best eats around the ballparks around the nation.
My pleasure. Happy to be here, as always.
Always good to see you, man.
Likewise.
Thanks for filling up my belly.
What I do best.